I'm Paha Charles, and I'm an associate professor at the Sandra Rosenbaum School of Social Work. Well, it's grown a lot. My work, which focuses on the intersection of families and the criminal legal or justice system, began here in Madison, Wisconsin with one small study that focused on supporting fathers returning from prison and jail as they resumed their role as a parent and as a member of their family. And over the last 6 to 7 years, that has grown and blossomed into multiples of intervention studies, or studies where we develop and test and evaluate different kinds of programs to support families impacted by the criminal justice system. I've done lots of what we call secondary data analyses, where I use data either that I've collected or someone else has collected to ask and answer questions to help me understand the impacts of incarceration on families, and then use that information to inform these intervention studies. And now I'm finding myself in a place where I'm beginning to be able to leverage all of that experience to help other researchers that are at a more junior level as they begin embarking on similar areas of research. And so that's been really exciting. I'm working in Dane County, Brown County, Polk County, doing state level work, working in the state of Washington, working in the state of Missouri, working soon with evaluators on other kinds of related work from around the country. So it's just exploded. So one of the ways that I've characterized my work up until tenure was really focusing on what we sometimes call sort of downstream intervention work, mitigating the harms of the criminal justice or legal system on families. And over the course of the tenure period, I increasingly became more interested in moving upstream and trying to think about how can we prevent incarceration in the first place, and how can we really find ways to help parents remain in the community and in their family systems so that they can continue to play the parenting role that they want to play. And so what that means for me today is embarking on a newer area of research related to understanding and really beginning to support a research agenda around alternatives to incarceration, so that we don't have to just always be trying to find ways to mitigate the harms, but actually to prevent the harm in the first place. So, in fact, yes, but I would say in the United States, this is a newer area of work in terms of programs, and even newer in terms of research. Other countries and parts of the world are much more advanced in this way. But there is some work being done federally, for example, through the Office of Juvenile Justice and Delinquency Prevention. They, as a federal agency, and they are funding grantees, nonprofit organizations around the country who are developing and implementing these kinds of programs. And I now have a new opportunity to begin to work with some of these grantees, and I myself am part of a team who is a grantee of one of these programs in the state of Washington. So I think there's growing interest, but a lack of understanding because we don't have good research telling us what the effects of these programs are, and are they actually really mitigating, are they really preventing incarceration in the ways that we think they should. When I came here, a couple years in, decided to open a research lab. About 5 years ago, I opened the lab for family well-being and justice. And through that lab, have been able to invite and train and mentor dozens and dozens of undergraduate students from the School of Social Work and from really all corners of our campus. And that has probably been really one of the most exciting, surprising, and rewarding experiences that I've had. Students come here eager, motivated, interested, curious, and with a whole set of talents that many of us don't actually ever get to tap or understand or explore. And they join my lab. They are the boots on the ground. They help me with data collection, with data entry, management, even writing and analysis for those that are more advanced. They help with presentations. They help with communication with our community partners, and yeah, it's just been an amazing experience that I have really grown to love and appreciate, and yeah, I take away as much from that as I think they do. So that's one of the favorite experiences. And then the other, for graduate students, PhD students, seeing them come into the program sort of with a nugget of interest and an area that they want to explore and expand on, and then just seeing them grow into their own scholarly selves with their own areas of interest is just an amazing process to be part of and to support. I think probably part of what was surprising, two things. One, just the sheer length and complexity of the process. It is a pretty, obviously, you know, difficult but also complex set of steps to go through. And then I think the other thing that was surprising to me, and I don't really even know the half of it, but is how much work it takes on the part of the department to support people through that process. Members of your review committee, your mentoring committee, and then all of the senior faculty that are part of the executive committee, the department director, and so on. It's really an all hands on deck process, and I really didn't understand that, and so that was both surprising and I've grown extremely appreciative of their role. Well, I think for me, in terms of teaching, as I've tried to do before, I want to continue to bring into the classroom experiences and lessons learned from my research. In particular, as I continue to try to do as much community engaged scholarship, you know, with and in partnership, you know, with members of the community, I want to bring that back into the classroom to try to make real for students what we are teaching them out of articles and chapters and PowerPoint slides. I also hope that one day it means that I will have an opportunity to teach in the classroom something that is more closely related to my area of research. That's a longer term goal that I have that I think I hope or believe that our students would be very receptive and open to. It is a true privilege